Onboarding is another area where they work very hard, mainly because the osmosis effect is no longer available. So contrary to what most companies try to do, in remote onboarding, the primary goal is not about getting the person to be productive. Remote companies rather focus on removing anxiety, developing trust and building relationships, helping the new joiner to understand the invisible currents of the way we do things around here, allowing the new joiner to demonstrate their strengths quickly, and also creating that psychological safety where the new joiner can feel safe enough to be themselves. The onboarding experience serves as the first post-interview encounter with your company culture. So if it isn't great, that's the first negative impact. Onboarding also starts long before the candidates, the new joiners' first day. I've seen examples of minus 30, minus 15 days where there is the hiring manager will communicate, the manager will communicate, the people who interviewed the person will communicate on a regular basis with this person up until they join. And then there's a different cadence after they've joined. Cultural osmosis is not going to happen anymore. Even in a hybrid environment, the cultural osmosis won't be the same. So culture needs to be documented so that new joiners and people who potentially are going to join your company understand what it is. I'm going to run through this very quickly. These are some tips for onboarding. I look at onboarding in two ways. You've got your cultural, experiential, and the functional. So in terms of your cultural, the osmosis side of things isn't going to happen. You need to document your culture. Arrange a buddy or mentor. Check in at least, check in twice a day in the early stages, because this person is lost. They don't know, they don't know anybody typically. Understand their feedback preferences. How do they like to receive feedback? Some people like to receive it written. Other people like to receive it verbally. Schedule in a one-to-one in week one. Agree goals 30, 60, 90, 6 months, 12 months early on. Introduce the person to subject matter groups and invite them to social events. On the functional side, send the swag, understand what their home working environments are, set up the usual internal meetings, allow them to adapt for Zoom fatigue. So make meetings shorter, 45 minutes, and allow them to just get some breather, because if you do Zoom, as we all know, you get zoomed out. Create an onboarding FAQ, balance learning with doing and thinking, so that you can spread the onboarding out a little bit and give them a bit of time to get into the swing of things. Give them tasks or projects that demonstrate their strengths.